tell you about my personal experience with the Freemasons, at least which I know of them. I need to tell you all this because I think you all should know. I've stated before in other videos, I think, well, I may have took the videos down, and even if I didn't take the videos down, which I stated, I need to state it now, and it deserves its own video. Right, let me just get to it. He's not my grandfather, he's like my great-grandfather, but he's not even like my true blood. He's like my step-great-grandfather. But he says he's like a great-grandfather because the step-grandfather is actually like a grandfather to me. He's been there all my life. And yeah, like I have also had a real grandfather, but he was divorced from my grandmother, like my nana. So in a sense, like he is still though like a grandfather, like a real one. Anyway, that's not the point. So the great-grandfather, step-great-grandfather in my family, he's a high-degree Freemason. Now, do we go from that? Now, the way I know this is because I've been told it. These people have no idea what Freemasonry is, apart from him, obviously, because he's a Freemason, he's a high degree. I don't know what degree to extend it, he's a high degree. And I've only just started to notice this recently because I've noticed I've been to a Masonic temple. My grandmother and my grandfather, not the great grandfather who was there, but my step grandfather, not his father, who was the actual Freemason, but him. Well, they got married in a Masonic temple, which means they have a link to Freemason. Well, they do anyway, because the step great grandfather is a Freemason. But you know what I mean. And I just want that. I like to state for that. My step grandfather's car has a Masonic symbol on it, as so I've been told. So I've not gone around looking at his car, but apparently he does. So that must mean that the Masons gave him a car, which means he's benefited from it, which means he's profiting from the Freemasons, which means he's probably going to have to give them something back. And the sad thing is, I think they have given something back. I think they did, and I think, because the thing is, ever since this event has happened, my step-grandfather and my step-great-grandfather have really been different. There's been a mutual distrust between them, I think. One of them's felt guilty and one of them's been angry. My step-grandfather has just felt angry at the other by the looks of it. This is just speculation, by the way, and the step-great-grandfather has been showing signs of guilt. Now, what I'm speaking of is my step-great-grandmother died recently, a few years ago, but I personally believe she could. I'm not saying she was, I'm saying she could have been a blood sacrifice. Because the thing is, it's just the way it all went on. You really have to understand it, and it was what the time was happening. And ever since then, there's just been some mutual distrust between them. I'm not saying it's definitely true, but the fact is, he's a Freemason. That means he's part of the secret societies. And I also would like to add that he has the Freemasonic ring. I see him wearing the ring quite a lot. So yeah, he does have the ring, the Freemasonic ring. I've seen him wear it, so yeah. And I just want to say, I'm going back to this Freemasonic temple next week, because I have to go to some family event, and I'm actually going to use this to my benefit. I'm going to post pictures of around, if any symbols I can find, and I'm going to post pictures of anything like weird that I can find, and I'm going to put it on my Twitter, and I might even make an Instagram page and do that, and I might actually do a vlogging thing. But let me know in the comment section if you'd actually like that. But yeah, please just be careful, because the Freemasons, they are real. Now, I know most of you will actually probably know they are actually real, because they're not exactly like a secret as such. What secret is the teachings? Because the Freemasons are pretty much like an open, like, everyone knows they exist. But the thing is, the Freemasons, what they actually are, that's the secret, because they don't actually reveal what they're doing. But everyone's saying, well, the Freemasons aren't bad. Oh yeah, by the way, I like to say my friend's dad was a Freemason. My friend doesn't know what the Freemasons are, though. Everyone's saying right now, though, oh, but the Freemasons aren't bad though. Okay, well, if the Freemasons are not bad, then why is it this? Listen, this fact says no true Freemason can or will publicly disclose secret knowledge that he has sworn not to. Now, they call it personal honor and stuff, but listen, this is what they do within the mystery schools. They don't reveal it because they believe themselves to be higher. Now, this is true. If you think the Freemasons are nothing bad, you just need to understand the fact that if they're there, there's a reason they won't disclose this knowledge. If the knowledge they're learning is good, they would actually a good society, if the knowledge they were learning was good, then they would release it. They release it, but it's not. It's evil. It's pure evil. They believe that they're doing good, but they're not. They're in a war against God. That's what they're doing. And it's really sad, to be honest. And the thing is, I've noticed recently, I've been connected to these projects quite a lot. In a sense, the area I live in is connected to Project Bluebeam. Now, you can watch my latest video to hear a few details on that. But things with Project Bluebeam, these aircraft have always been seen outside my house. And my mother, I'm actually going to post a video one day saying my family's experiences with Project Bluebeam, because there's members of my family who've claimed to see things before, and I did believe them before, but now I do. After I've noticed this aircraft thing that they've seen, I believe them. So I'm going to include the aircraft thing in the video, but I'm going to state some other stuff which you might not find very comfortable, but it needs to be stated in the next video. So yeah, I just wanted to say, so I believe that my step-great-grandmother was actually murdered and sacrificed. That's what I personally believe. I'm not saying it was definitely true, but I think it could have happened. It could have happened. Now, now here's the thing though. The Freemasons, right, most people will not know what they're about, what truly goes on behind the closed doors. Like I said, my dad asked me, like, do you know what the Freemasons are? Like, he was talking about it, and I said, Dad, you do realise there's basically a satanic Luciferian cult? And he said, no, they're not. They're a business. Yeah, they are a business, but they're a satanic business. They do it to profit the devil. I'm not even sure whether they actually believe in the devil, because I know a lot of these quote-unquote Satanists don't actually believe in the devil, but you know what I mean? They do it to profit themselves. These are greedy people. These are kind of just vile people. They just, ugh. And to be honest, the fact that these guys are Freemasons is kind of like dangerous for me. Because I could be a blood sacrifice. I'm not saying I will, but you know what I mean. If she's a blood sacrifice, why wouldn't I be? It's highly unlikely that I would be a blood sacrifice, because I don't think I'm linked in enough, and I just don't think that's going to happen. But you get what I mean. If she's a blood sacrifice, that means any other family member could. So it's kind of weird. It's scary. As I said, I'm not completely sure if she was sacrificed, but I'm speculating. I'm speculating, as he is a high degree Mason, as I've been told. And if he's a high degree Mason, that means that he's got to be in on this Illuminati stuff. So I'm going to be keeping close eyes on him. I'm going to be updating you all, because this is very, very scary. Not scary as such, because, you know, Christians, we shouldn't feel fear of something like this. But this is bad. It's not a great thing. But in a sense, I can use this for good. I can use this knowledge for good, because I can update you guys on Freemasons. I'm just saying, I'm not lying, because this guy will look, because I stated on Twitter that we're actually going to be posting stuff about the experiences with the Freemasons. Like, I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to title it, because it's not much of experience, but like my connection to the Freemasons. Yeah, that's a great idea. My connection, and probably put that, because this is actually 100. Oh yeah, I just want to thank you all for 100 subscribers. I never thought I'd actually manage to get it. Well, no, I thought it was possible, but I wasn't ever sure if I was going to do it. So thank you. As you know, the saying, the race to like the climb to 100 is always the hardest part. And I am actually going to start loading a bit more now. But I've realised this could be a potential career, and if I want to take this up as a career, I need to start putting more consistency into it. And when I'm 16 years old, you're going to, which is only a couple of months, you're going to see it. So yeah, I just want to say to you all, please do not claim that I'm a liar, because lying is sin. I'm not going to sin for this. Even if the sin would bring quote unquote good, I'm not going to sin. That's disobeying God. I'm not like that. I'm a Christian. Yeah, sure, I could have been forgiven, but I'm not going to sin anyway, because I don't want to disobey Him. So yeah, I'm just telling you, this is true. That I have family members who are Freemasons, and I just want to tell you what, I have a connection to them. And my friends obviously connected to them as well. I'm scared for my friend, because he's going to live with his dad soon. His dad was a Freemason. I'm not sure if he still is, but he said he was. So that's kind of sad, because that means he's opened himself to danger. So I'm going to have to warn the guy. I actually am. I have warned him. I've shown him what the Freemasons are. They're hell-bent on taking over the world. But yeah. So everyone, this is the Vintage Soldier. I'm sorry I've not been alone much. I've had a lot on the plate. This is just me explaining my connections to the Freemasons. I'm going to be bringing you lots more videos soon. God bless you all, and please fight against the New World Order for Jesus. Dark times lie ahead.